Hello, everyone. Today, we will talk about one more great poem, "Death Not Death Be Not Proud," written by John Donne, who is one of the great who wrote this a poem, "Death." About most people believe. I think also we come across nowadays everywhere death, death because of this corona virus. Let us we try to understand what actually death according to the poet, and should we afraid of death or really death as power. And in this poem, the poet John Donne is directly talking with the death. That is comparing or is talking with the death. You are powerless. You don't have power. Like many people think, you are dreadful, you are mighty, you are very strong, you are powerful, and you are terrible. Many things we come across because also we feel it is portrayed in such a way that death as a power. So we are all fear of death. So this is actually a mistake. The poet is saying death has nothing. It has no power. It is just a powerless, and it can do nothing. So just one sleep, then we move to another life, eternal life, where it cannot kill, where it cannot do anything. It is just like a sleep, and it can't kill people. It take the other things like poison, war, and sickness, and with these things it can kill. It can. That is the reason people die, and it is a slave to some like chance, fate. These are the things through which the poet wants to prove death is powerless. Death has no power, or it is not mighty as we think. It is a slave to things, and its pride is nothing. There is nothing to pride itself. That is what the misconcept we are thinking. That's indirectly death. Don't be proud. Be not pride yourself because you can't do anything. Let us go with this poem. And we have, once you read this poem, then you'll try to understand. Let us we go in detail how it is a powerless and why you should not be powerful, why should not be proud yourself. And why not? That is the poem. Through this poem, the poet is proving that death is a powerless, and we should not afraid of death. Okay? Let us go with the poem. Let me read. Death, not be proud, though some have called thee mighty and dreadful, for thou art not so. For those whom thou thinkst, those overflow, die not for death, nor yet canst thou kill me. For the rest and sleep, which but the pictures be, then much pleasure from thee much more must flow. And soonest our best men with thee do go, rest of their bones and souls deliver. Okay, we go with line by line. Is saying what is actually depicting, what is trying to describe, is directly talking to death. Death, be not proud. Don't be pride. Don't be proud yourself. Don't take opportunity to say that, to make yourself pride, or to say, I am a powerful. Though some have called the mighty and dreadful. Though some people may call, you are a mighty and dreadful, you are so powerful and you are strong, you are dreadful, you are a pure, something like fearlessness. You are creating in us is not true. Don't be proud of these things. Because for though heart not so, your actually is not like that. Do not have power to kill people. You do not have anything like mighty, dreadful. You don't have those qualities. This is, some people have called you are a mighty and dreadful. You do not have such strongness or terrible power, you do not. For though art not so. He's saying like that. That is how you are weak. That is, he's going to describe in the coming lines. He is saying that you are not powerful. You are not so. Your heart, you don't have that skill of mightyfulness or dreadful. You are not so. You don't have that power. That you will get the answer for these things is going to prove. He's saying, how he proves, we follow the next sentences, next lines in the poem, then you'll understand. For those whom do thinks that you do those to overthrow, die not. You are thinking, some people you have killed. You think, for some those people overthrow. You thought you sent them to death. They have died. They die not. You cannot kill people. You think that only you have killed the people. And people are died because you do not kill people. That once they died, that's what you're thinking. That is not actually the power. This is only your imagination that you are thinking that people you have killed. Actually, they die not. Isn't it? Actually, that's true. They will not die because it is answer for this we have in the next line. Okay? And also he says, poor death. You are a poor. You are not powerful. You are not powerful. You are actually a weak. You are a poor. Is talking to death. Poor death, nor it can store though kill me. Is talking. You cannot kill me. You cannot yet. Maybe there's a time. So nor yet. Still time is there. There you cannot kill me. Definitely I'm going to die, but there is no power. There is no. You have a strength to kill me. You can. So that is you can't. You cannot. You can't kill me, though. That's what you're saying. You cannot kill me also. Why? You're gonna get answer for this. Okay? It's like saying the sentence and proving it the next line. So for those whom thou think thou dost overthrow, die not. For death, nor it can thou kill me. Those whom you think you have killed, they are not dying. They did not die not. Poor death, a weak. That's what he's talking. And also you have not power to kill me. Why die not means, you'll understand after the end of this poem. Death as nothing, but you are imagining you are powerful, you have killed many people. Actually, you are not. You are not able to kill. You do not have a power to kill the people. Okay. Let us we go with the next line. From rest and sleep, which but the pictures be, much pleasure then from thee, much more must flow. So, what actually that means? It's a rest and sleep, which but the pictures be. So, what actually death means? It is like a rest and sleep. That's a picture of death. So, one who rests, one who sleeps is like that's a death. No more. We can have something like that. It's a picture of death. That's a visualization of a vision of death. Is moving to rest. Is going to a long sleep, something like that. So, in other words, you can think, what is this depict? So, when you do work and you take rest and sleep, and you become more active, so you are becoming more, you are getting more pleasure, isn't it? So, when you do day long work, just imagination, and you take rest, and after that, what it is, after taking a long sleep and you get up in the morning, you'll be more fresh, you'll be more alive, you'll be more active. That's a pleasure. That's what the poet's saying. If death is a rest and sleep, then it gives you much pleasure, more comforts. You'll be more alive than the death, than what you had this earlier life. So gives a much pleasure. That is like example is saying how rest can give you happiness and sleep can give you much more comforts in the next day. Similarly, the death will give you pleasure. If so, then from this death, your much more must flow. That's a much more must flow. So there is nothing you be proud of then. It giving you much pleasure. It giving more comfort. I am more alive than the past. Then there is no power. Then there is no fear. You are not creating any problem indirectly. If it's a pleasure from you, then let it be much more must flow. Then it come. Let it the more flower, the more things, more pleasure must flow. Then there is no fear. Actually, you are creating an option to have a pleasure. So that's why you are a weak, you are a powerless. That is the death is what it is depicting. Isn't it, friends? Yes, of course it is. And soonest our best men with thee do go, rest of their bones and souls deliver. And soonest our best men. So there are some people we call them as a best men, with thee do go. They go with this, that is with the death. So your best men, you may think like some soldiers who sacrifice their life for the nation. You can take any great persons who die. What actually they may think? They go soon. That is the soonest. They go may earlier. Correct, no, isn't it? So somebody is working in army, maybe die early, in the mid-age, maybe 30 years, maybe 40 years, maybe 50 years. Any person, they go early. What they're having a relation with the death. They want to create the relation with the death so that they can rest of their bones and souls they deliver. Through this relation, their souls getting freedom. They're moving to another life, eternal life, where we do not have a death. So you are just a means through which they are passing, and you do not have any power. Just they want a relation with you. Through this relation, they leave the souls. They are delivering, they're getting freedom from this body to other life. They are delivering. So they are getting freedom. So there is no pride of you. Don't be proud for this. They're actually getting liberty. They are getting freedom. So they'll be much more happy. So what is there, your pride? There is nothing to be proud of you. You did not do anything. Indirectly, you are helping them to get freedom. So that is what you are. Correct? Then there is nothing what people think are mighty, dreadful. No, you have nothing such thing to do. You just a means through which peoples will have eternal life. They move to another. They get freedom. The rest of their bones and souls deliver. They are delivering. They are getting freedom. They are getting liberty from this life. That is what you are. So where is your proud? Where is your prideness? Where is your power? Did you kill them? No, actually you are giving a freedom. You are giving option of live more comfortable life. So that's why we should not be fear of death. There is nothing death can proud of himself. That is what the poet is talking about in this. So you are not mighty and dreadful. You do not have a power to kill people. Just it's a just a liberation. It's a freedom, and you are like just sleep and rest, through which we'll have more active, more alive. You're not pushing to something terrible, or we're going to suffering. In fact, you are giving much more pleasure and much more happiness, freedom, where death cannot kill, where we do not have a death, we don't die in the future. That is what you are. So don't proud of yourself something you are going to do. That is what is delivering here. Let us continue. What then? What you are then? If not these things, let us. You are not dreadful. You are not powerless. Then what you are? Why people should fear of? And what is you actually? It is. Let us. That's what described in this next lines. Though art slave to fate, chance, kings and desperate men, and dosed with poison, war, sickness dwell. So you are a slave to fate, chance, kings and desperate men. You do not have a power, you are a slave to fate. Of course, fate, our fate, you believe in fate, which, so some people sudden death, some people will die, that's a fate. So you're not killing, the fate is killing. So then you are slave to, you do not have a power, the fate is killing, correct? So then you are a slave of fate, you do not have power to kill, you are not strong. You are a slave to somebody. Another is a chance. No, chance means opportunities. It's with the time, sometimes we met an accident. By chance, like nowadays, coronavirus, it's a chance. Where we die because of this virus, because of the time, the chance. So you are a slave to that chance. There you are showing the death. You do not have your power. If it has power means that is a fate. If it is a power means that is a chance. We're killing people, not you. You are a slave. And kings. Now, kings means the people earlier days as a right. They can sentence. They can, maybe through the wars they are killing people, thousands of people, because of ambition of kings to expand his kingdom. Maybe that's where you come. You do not have a power. The kings have. The king has sentenced, then they have to be killed. It is not death You are just obeying his order. You're just following his instructions. You are just slave of him. That is why you do not have a power. You do not have a strength to kill people. And desperate men. I don't know why they have not mentioned women also. I think most of the time men will die. Desperate men means some people who wants to, they want to end their life. It's like suicide attempts. They suicide themselves. Many reasons. So these desperate people, you're slave to, they want to kill themselves. There may be many reasons. So you are a slave to those desperate men. You do not have a power to kill the people, but desperate men will have themselves. They kill themselves, then just you follow with them. Because they kill themselves and you follow, that is, you are a slave to them. You did not kill them, just you follow the willpower of desperate men where you enter, where death is there. And also look at where you dwell, who's your friends, with whom you live unpleasant things on the earth. That is what your friends are. That's where you live. So those are poison. Correct? Poison, war, and sickness. Through which you dwell, you live. Where is your power? You do not have power. If it is killing means it is through the poison. It is not you are killing. That's why you take the assist, or you be assist with other people. You or with unpleasant things, poison. So through which you are present. Wars. Whenever war, if some person takes poison, definitely the person is going to die. Then don't be proud. Don't be pride. Don't take that pride. The poison. It's like desperate men I talk. Sometimes poison. And war, of course. With the war only, many people are going to die. They died because of war. Then why do you pride? Then there is no proud of you. That is death. And sickness. Many people die because of sickness. Some diseases, some long-running people will die. That is where you live. And you do not have identity of your own. You do not have any power. So that's why you are weak. You can't do this anything. So that is why you are weak. You are not a strong. What people think mighty and dreadful, you are actually opposite of that. Okay, that is proving you are weak. You take the other people's help. That is why don't be proud of yourself. Okay, let us see the next line. And poppy or charms can make us sleep as well and better than the stroke. Why swallens though then? Something, drugs, which can make of him, drugs, ganja, anything, something which make us to sleep as well better than the stroke. That is making better than you, the drugs can make you sleep. They can make you comfortable, sleep. That is, you are lesser than that. What you make, is a lesser stroke than the drugs. Drugs can make you more, sleep. Normally, you are addicted to addicted to drugs means definitely that gives you some kind of relax, some kind of sleep, which is better than you. Okay? And if it is so, if someone is there who can make sleep, example, like drugs, then why do you proud of yourself? Why do you swell? Why do you pop up yourself? Why do you think there is nothing greatness? Don't be swollen. Don't be big. Don't be think. Swollen, something like you are thinking don't be proud of yourself. So that's why indirectly he's saying, if it is the only sleep is a death means, then other drugs can make sleep. Then don't swallow. Don't become big of yourself. That's like, don't be proud of yourself. One short sleep past we make eternally. One short sleep past we make eternally. That is one simple sleep. One short period of sleep will make eternally, where we move to other life, eternal life, from earthly life to human life to something else. Eternal life where we cannot find death, where we don't die. So, and death shall not be no more. So after that, there will be no death. When I move to eternal life, there is no death, and death shall be no more. There will be no more death in eternal life. Then why do you proud of yourself? Then you did nothing. There is no fear. We should not fear about you. That's what he's saying next. Death, thou shalt die. That death, your pride, your proudness shalt die, should die. Not the death is saying your pride should die, not fear of death. That is we should die means we are actually moving to eternal life, where we will be living eternally. There is no more death. Okay? Through you are moving. You move to another's life. And there is no proud. You did not kill. You do not have a strength, power to kill. That belief, you are thinking you are a powerful, mightier, dreadful, and you have power to kill people, that prideness should be died. That is what is conveying death. You are powerless. He proved death is just a sleep, and when we woke up, we are moved to another eternal life. How wonderful it is, isn't it? When really you think, don't be afraid of death. Just one sleep, we move to eternal life, and also it cannot kill us. It is a slave to certain things like fate, chance, and kings nowadays we do not have. Now we can see it's a diseases, the poison, war, through which there actually we should be fear of those things. Death is just a sleep. That could every day we sleep and get up in the morning, every do work, and when you are tired and we take a rest, and we actually through this we become more active, more alive. That is what death means. Death will, don't be afraid. It is not mighty, it is not dreadful, it has a power to kill you. I hope you understood. Okay, thank you.